If this were the real COVID-19, I would be in real trouble because I have asthma.
Welcome everyone to the show. I'm your host, Don Vic. What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Hope everyone is having a great Sunday. Oh boy, oh boy. Today we have a special guest coming on the show, entrepreneur Dylan Caudullo. I hope I'm saying that right. Um, we'll be talking to him about his business and how he became um, an entrepreneur, and can't wait to speak to him. So before he comes on board, I wanted to just say that March is around the corner. Big shout out to Nicole um, Butler and Sean C. Phillips for the movie out in Vegas called Horror Finds. So it's coming. It's a couple weeks away. Also, the April 1st is going to be a gala out in the DMV. June, the Gisa will be throwing that event. Um, so can't wait to show up if I can make it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be doing a lot of things. I'm gonna be back from Vegas on the 30th, and the first I'm supposed to be DMV. So depending on how I feel, then I'll probably end up showing up to the event. Um, Again, anyone that want their pastries, you know where to go. If you're in New York, go down to the Bronx, Sugar Sweets, Sugar, um, Sugar Shack Bronx Sweets in the Bronx. My girl Yvonne, she's she's top line. Make sure you guys get your cakes from her, your pastry, whatever you want from her. She's amazing. Uh, and big shout out to everyone that show and support the show. Parapost Network, P3 Family. Big shout out to my girl Sarah Russell, aka Squeakers. She is helping me with the magazine. She's my partner on the magazine. And again, guys, if you want to be on this magazine, you have to send in your information to 617 Magazine at gmail.com. Photo, bio, or in a short story. Send it to that email and we'll go through it. Sarah's actually working on the magazine. We had downloaded some apps the other day, so she's working and figuring that out. But we still need the information sent to that email so that when we get ready to actually start putting the magazine together, we have all the information we have from everyone that wants to be part of this magazine. Again, and it's a 20-page magazine, so it's actually 40 pages. So I can probably get to put 40 people, maybe squeeze a little bit more than 40 people, depending on the photo, the bio, and the short story that people send me. If it's small, then I can put maybe two people on one page. If it's big, then I have uh, one page for each person. So make sure you guys log in. Anyone that wants to promote their business on my magazine, make sure you reach out to me and we'll talk about it. Okay, or reach out to Sarah if you want to put promote your business on our magazine. You can call Sarah as well. So big shout out to Mark Lee, man. Mark Lee just did a show out in Iowa. Man, that boy be rocking. You know, he be on stage, boy. He be killing it, killing it. So big shout out to Mark Lee and his band, the Wolf Pack. You know, Enlightened Souls Paranormal. Big shout out to Minnesota, also Hunters, also with Mark Wells and his team. Uh, Shannon Lemire as well. Big shout out to Shannon Lemire working on a movie called Black Creek. He is directing the movie. Not sure when they're going to start, but I can't wait. It's a Western action movie with lead role actress Cynthia Rothrock. She's been in a lot of movies, and make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Also, my brother Harley Wells, um, his movie Action Bones is doing very good. It's on social media platforms. If you haven't seen the movie, make sure you see it. You can see it on Tubi. Tubi, you can watch the movie. It's on there. I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave your comments, view it, like it, share it. You know, do what we all do. You know what I'm saying? Share, 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 because sharing is caring. Okay. Same thing with my show. Share, share, because sharing is caring, folks. You know what I mean? Um, so so real quick, the show with Adam Davis Rook was supposed to be today at 7 o'clock, but because so we rescheduled it for Tuesday because he's going to be in the studio and he wants us to hear certain things. So we scheduled for Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific time, and then 6 p.m. Central time. So make sure you guys link up if you want to see um, Adams Rook's new song. Okay, cool. Let me just send them a quick link right quick. Let me send them another link. Give me a second. Um, I just sent them another link. I just sent them another link, Jared. So he can link in through there. So I'm excited. Um, big shout out to my brother Jesus Maldonado out in Florida. He's an actor and he just landed a radio station 106.7 FM out in Florida. So big shout out to 106.7 FM. Uh, I'm definitely going to step by when I come down to Florida. You're here, Jesus. I'm coming down there. And also Jonathan Montez, another great actor. Big shout out to him. Um, and my brother Dennis Marlin, also a great SAG actor out of Florida, doing great things. Um, and my brother David J. Paul um, just released his new movie. He's going to have a premiere in April, I believe, April, somewhere in April. He did invite me to that movie premiere. I'm gonna see if I can make it out in Florida for that movie premiere for his new release on the movie. I can't wait. And he also just got another role for a series, a TV series. So I can't wait to see David in action. He's a great guy, and we're definitely going to talk to him. So, guys, I got my guests here on my panel. We're going to talk to Dylan, find out what he got going on and how did his career start. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. Show the love, show the love, show the love. All right, so people, please welcome Dylan Caudullo to the show. Dylan, what you doing? How you doing, brother?
Hello. Very good. How about yourself?
I wish I had that background. That background looked better than mine. How's it?
San Diego, baby.
Yeah, everything's going to. How you doing?
Very good. Just making things happen on Sunday here.
Okay, that's good. As long as you're making something happen any time of the day, it's a good thing.
That's right. Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So basically, I grew up, had a super hard life, turned 19 years old, hit pretty much a rock bottom. Luckily, I was so young when I did and really decided to turn my life around. So got into sales, became pretty successful with that, and just became like really good at closing deals and ended up starting my own company, teaching other people how to do that, teaching companies how to implement the same systems that I did to take a company from 100 grand a month to $2.3 million per month in 8 months. And since then, I've been featured in Forbes, the Washington Post, and by like hundreds of students as being the best expert in my industry. So, in a nutshell, that's my story.
Wow. So you started at a young age.
That's right. Yeah, I started really at 19 years old, and now I'm 23.
Okay, okay. So what made you start that? What made you start this company?
Honestly, it was just out of necessity. I mentioned how I took a company from 100 grand per month to $2.3 million per month.
Yes.
And so I had built this massive sales team that was just producing more than the company could honestly handle. And so I knew I needed to do something else so that I could, confidently keep on expanding and keep doing what I was doing at a higher level. I needed to like start my own company in order to do so. And that's really what I recommend for anybody that wants to get into business and be really successful is get really awesome results for just one company, and you'll be able to replicate that process for tons of other companies in the future if you want to start some kind of offer or business around that kind of model. So it was really just out of pure necessity of knowing that what I was doing wasn't going to last forever because the company couldn't keep up with all this production. So I needed to expand to do it for another company and another company and another company, and that's how it all
And
got started.
and here you are today.
Exactly. That's
So
right.
okay, so bring me back. Bring me back before you started this. What was you doing before that?
Yeah. So I grew up in basically a broken home to keep it short.
I get it.
I was raised by a single mother, and she was like basically an alcoholic, and had a lot of tough times growing up for sure. And so when I was 18, decided I was going to be free. I was going to be out of that. And so at the time, I was smoking a lot of weed. I was doing like bunch of degenerate stuff, and
Right, right.
basically um, just knew that in my area, all the other drug dealers were just terrible. They were so slow and like non-responsive, and you know, just
Right.
awful. So I dedicated myself to being like better, to being like the guy that like responds quickly and is like very good service and over delivers, that sort of thing.
Right.
Kind of had some of the right ideas, just totally in the wrong direction. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
But that's what I did when I was 18 years old. And what happened? I did that for like a year, and crazy stuff happened because I was like the top guy by far in my area. And so what happened is I was getting a lot of attention. People started robbing me at gunpoint.
Oh wow.
You know, lots of stuff happened in that year. But thankfully, my apartment got raided one day, and I got arrested. And basically, I was being charged with a bunch of felonies, many misdemeanors, and I was told while I was in prison that my lawyer told me I was going to be facing 10 to 15 years, most likely, for like what I was getting charged with, if I were to get convicted. And so I really decided there that I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to allow that to happen to me. I didn't know how I was going
Right,
to
right,
not allow that, but I was just like, no,
yeah,
not
get it. I
happening.
get it. I get it,
and,
Dylan.
and
I get it.
and two, I was gonna like turn my life around, make a difference for not only myself, but somehow use my story to inspire others someday. So once I got out, is really when I got into sales. It was something where I could just really commit myself to and just go all out on. It's one of those rare type of jobs where you can work as much as you want and actually get paid based on your performance rather than getting paid like an hourly wage where you're really like capped out in terms of what you could earn and
Right.
um, really getting paid what you're worth. So that's basically my background and how I actually got started.
That's awesome. Well, it's I'm glad you said what you said because
Yeah.
I wanted to see people where you come from. You're not just this um guy that came from money, and the silver spoon was passed to you, and you are who you are.
Hmm.
You came from the bottom.
Yeah.
You've been to prison. You've been through, street stuff. But the good thing about it is that you're successful, and you took your street hustle and you turned it into something positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
That's
and, and,
right.
and which is good because not a lot of people have that type of experience, that you and
Yeah.
I have. Like you grew up in the streets, you've been around it, so like you and I have that sixth sense where we can see something coming before it comes and say, I'm not going to deal with that." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus
100%.
someone that never lived your life or my life on the streets and won't even see it. They're blind to it. You
Yep.
know, so it's good that you have that extra street talent, that you can see the BS coming, and
Yep.
you gain that hustle. You gained the street
Yeah.
hustle, and you turned it into something positive.
Exactly. I'm really glad that I failed so much and I got like screwed over so many times at the lower level
Yes.
because it taught me lessons to when I got to this higher level. I can spot things that I wouldn't have been able to
Yes.
spot before, and I would have been totally blind to it, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
I always say, Dylan, God works in mysterious ways. And
Hmm.
everything we go through in life, it's an experience. It's something for us to learn from. So either we're going to learn from it or we're not going to learn from it. And right now you have a great story, you know, uh, from where the experiences you have to where you're at today, and to show people that, um, anyone can make it if you really put your heart and your soul to what you want to do, whatever your dream is in life.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
and the fact that because I spoke to your buddy Jared, great guy by the way, I love Jared. Um,
No doubt.
yeah, real smooth talker.
That's
I
right.
love I love Jared. Yeah, he's a great guy. So he was telling me that you love to help people. You're about the people. You're about humanity. Uh, and you out to spread the love and to help people grow. And I said, I like Dylan already because that's what I do on my show. I bring guests to my show, and I try to connect them to other people that I can connect them to that have similar type of backgrounds. um, so like I deal with a lot of actors and
Mhm.
directors and stuff. I'm into the acting stuff, and which was something I wanted to talk to you about because you have an interesting story. And me, if I'm not saying you have to, but if I were you, I would try to put a film out telling your story, or a short
Yep.
film,
I'm
kind
actually going to. Yeah.
of. Yeah,
I've
awesome.
I'm already planning on it.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait a minute. I said, Dylan can he has a story here. He has, because me being an actor, I look at everything as a movie.
Yeah.
you know. So I say, hold on, Dylan got something here. He can tell his story and put it in film. And I mean, because it's okay you doing the podcast, and to go into to get so people know who you are and what you're about. But I thought I said, but with a film, if you can put out a film that can go worldwide, it's just as good as doing a podcast. And you're telling your story one time. You're not telling it every time you get you're doing an interview.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I kind of gave you like the broad overview of my story, but there's a lot of really crazy experiences that I've gone through in the pretty short lifetime that I've had, and will make a very, very entertaining movie for sure.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Entertaining and inspiring. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
at the same time,
yeah.
yeah. Why not, Dylan? Why not do it? You know,
Yeah.
um, I think it's a great idea, and I think putting a little twist to it, because you might want to change it a little. You don't want to be too bored. Put a twist to it would be a great movie, and people will definitely come out and check out your movie. I mean, I will. I want to
Yeah.
know about how this young man went through the streets, struggling, hustling, went to jail, came out, and became this big entrepreneur. I mean, that's amazing. That's a great story.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, really, all it comes down to is when you really just decide on doing the right things and
Right.
you take the right actions. I mean, the barriers when you decide on something that's big enough and important enough, the
Hmm.
barriers seem to move out of the way. Of course, there's still going to be barriers, but when something's big enough and important enough, things just like move out of the way. And I think my life is like a huge example of that because I mean, when I decided on doing the wrong things and I was just doing like, a bunch of bad stuff, I would just get more of that bad stuff. And so when I really focused my attention on the right things, doing the right things for myself and for others, I just expanded so quickly. And you can take a lot of power and put it either way. You could
Wherever
put it
you
into
want.
the wrong things and shoot yourself further down a hole, or you can shoot that power straight up to the top, and it's really just about where you decide to put that power.
Right. And yeah, exactly. Knowing me, I put it in the wrong place. I'll be shot 10 times in my foot.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding. Yeah. So this. So what exactly is um what you want the viewers to know?
Yeah. Well, I want the viewers to know that really your life is all based on your decisions, and you could take any situation and make it into something like really, really amazing. Okay. And this goes for, I mean, you don't have to have terrible things happen to you in order for this to be true. Like I decide all the time to do things that are bigger and better than what I was doing like the last week or the last month or the last
Right.
couple of months, whatever the case may be. But it's really just knowing that like how powerful your decisions actually are, whether you're deciding, you're just going to sit down and watch your TV shows every night, or you're gonna decide to like sit down and start a business or create like YouTube videos for people to watch or create a movie or whatever the case may be. It really comes down to decisions. The decision that you make create your life. And so if you want a better life, which I think everybody does deep down, if whether they know it or not, um, it's all just about decisions and making the right decisions to do the right things to achieve the right ends.
Right. I believe. I think a lot of people will love that, but I think a lot of people probably just don't know where to start, or
Mhm.
they don't have that guidance to lead them to where they need to be to become successful. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that have ideas, right? Maybe the same idea you have, or trying to get into the same thing you're doing, but don't know how to start, or don't
Mhm.
have a connection, or just lost. They just don't know where to start. Um,
Yeah.
what would you advise them?
Yeah, I definitely have some advice for people like that because I think that's most people in the world. So um honestly, for me, I'd say starting in first of all, let's look at why like getting into business in general is so important. Some people think like I'm not a businessman or I'm not a business person or
Right.
I don't know if really getting to business or starting a company would be for me. But the way you have to look at it is when you get into business, what is business made up of? It's made up
Right.
of people most importantly. Okay, a lot of people think of business as like, money, money, money and that sort of thing. And of course, business needs money, but more importantly than the money, it needs people.
Right.
And if when you learn how to get better at business, you're really learning how to get better yourself. You're
Right.
learning how to get better at life and how to get others to get better at life so you can get them to get the work done in order to achieve whatever end that business is achieving. And so I think knowing that first and foremost is super important that everybody should want to get into business. It doesn't matter what goals you have, whether you want to be like an actor, you want to be a swimmer, you want to be a football player, you want to be whatever. Ultimately, you're only going to go so far being a standalone producer, like somebody that does the work yourself. You're going to need to understand business in order to like really expand and become big unless you want to just flip a coin and see what happens.
Right.
If you want to be positive over your life and continue to expand no matter what, you're going to need to understand business. And the best place to start in business is learning how to deal with people directly, learning how to communicate, learning how to sell, because really all sales is communicating with the person, finding out what their needs and wants are, and finding out how you can best serve that person, and then getting them to see the true necessity that they already have in order to go forward with whatever deal or whatever offer you have for them. I think the best place to get started for really anybody is in sales. Now, I started off selling like uh, tools and job site supplies over the phone to contractors, which I wasn't born, or I wasn't growing up thinking I want to sell, saw blades when I grow up. But it was a place to start. It was a place where I could start talking to people, start communicating, start um, getting people to see how my offer, is something that they have a necessity for already, and get them to buy. And that was the first thing that started me into getting into another business and another business, and another business. So one thing just leads to another. So I'd say if you start in sales somewhere, um, just that experience alone, like money aside, the experience that you get in talking to so many people and working out deals is really invaluable for whatever you want to do. Because you got to sell somebody on something, no matter what you're trying to be successful at. You're not going to do anything alone. That's for sure.
Right.
And so I think that's really important. And in terms of how to learn how to sell and communicate, obviously I am teaching people how to do this every single day. That's pretty much like my bread and butter, is helping people do that and getting them placed into companies that I'm partnered up with, so they can sell, over their laptop, over the cell phone, whatever the case may be, so that they can, of course, get people what they need and earn commissions at the same time.
That's great. That's
Exactly.
great. So,
Yeah.
so you don't sell anything in your business. You're just a salesperson, basically, right?
So
Oh, you
I'm a
don't sell
salesperson,
products?
but I also do have products and services in my business. So there's like two ends to it, right? So I have companies that come to me that want me to establish salespeople into their companies, right? So let's say, for example, I have this franchise company that came to me and says, "Hey, I want salespeople established in my business. How can you help?" So what I do is I get people trained. I train people on my systems. I get them through practice to be able to communicate at a very high level, to be able to conduct consultations, handle objections with ease, and ultimately close deals before I place them into one of these opportunities. So let's say with this franchise guy, once I have somebody trained up, he's gone through my certification systems, then I'll place him into that company where he's then able to make like $10,000 in commission off of each franchise that he sells, where the leads and the marketing are all provided to him. He doesn't have to worry about any of that. Literally just has to get the leads that have already been provided, that are being generated every day, and then he conducts a consultation with that person that wants to invest in a franchise. He closes that deal. He sends it over to the delivery team so they can fulfill on what the guy bought. He starts getting trained on how to run the franchise, etc. But ultimately, like, the salesperson doesn't have to concern himself with that once the deal is closed. He just gets his commission, turns it back over to the company, and the company fulfills on it and everything like that. So it's the closest thing you could have to running your own business without having all like the complications of figuring out all these different skills. You just focus on one skill, and ultimately that's it. And then once you really master that skill, that opens up so many doors for you to either start businesses or not in the future.
Okay. Wow. That's great. So,
Exactly.
what will be next for you now?
Yeah, in terms of what's next for me, I mean, I've actually just got asked this question yesterday. Like, how do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Is what I was asked specifically, right?
Yeah,
And
kind of the same thing. Yeah.
yeah. So my answer is I'll be doing the same things, just on a higher level, on a deeper level. Like, I think the most successful people in the world have taken the thing that they're successful at and really just went deep on it. Like all the world's biggest billionaires and people that you see just really killing it. They don't do well in one thing and decide like, oh, now that I did well with this, I'm going to go do something completely different. Like, now that I've been successful with horse racing businesses, now I'm going to, start like a new fast food chain, right?
Right.
You don't really see too much of that being successful. Most of the world's like most wealthy people have just went deeper and deeper and deeper on what they already know. So my plan, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to start like coming up with new bright ideas for completely different things. I'm just going to go deeper on what I've been doing,
Mhm.
on servicing the people that I know how to serve,
Right.
and really just expanding and getting more known, and doing work with a lot more individuals and companies to help them achieve their goals, which will help me further achieve my goals, which, some of them are to become like one of the top donators in the world. I want to donate to charities. That's like a huge motivator for me is I want to be able to make a difference, right? Because
Right.
you know, so much money is only going to make such a difference to an individual.
Right.
But when the money you make is used to make the world a better place, there's really no limit to what
Amen
you
to
can do.
that.
There's a lot of problems in the world that we can help solve, and so there's really no limit to how much you can expand when it comes to that. So, yeah, to answer your question, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Honestly, um, what I'm doing is not going to change drastically. It's just going to be improved more and more and more over
That's
time.
right.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with you, young man. You have your mindset where a lot of grown-ups need to have their mindset as far as caring for people and wanting to give back. Um, I'm not saying that, billionaires don't give because I don't know if they do or they don't. I'm not into that,
Mhm.
but I'm pretty sure some do give back to our community. But, if we have more people like you in the world, we'll be a better place. And it will make some people happy.
Yeah.
And I always say this because I'm about the same thing you're doing. We're just in a different level. um I'm about the people, and like I said, I like to place people where they need to be placed, and if I can help them, I help them from the heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm because
Mhm.
I'm genuine, and I know what it is to want something and no one gives you a hand or opens the door for you to move forward when you're talented. So this is why I created my show, the same thing, so I can help people, give back to the community, give back to the people. Um and it just makes me feel good. It makes me sleep good at night, when I
Yeah.
know when I help someone um get to a higher level or connect with someone that they wanted to connect with. And I'm okay with that, because in reality, Dylan, you know I'm no millionaire. I'm not even close to it, right?
Mhm.
But I feel rich in my heart because the blessings I get from God, with meeting amazing people like you and other people I had on my show, are blessings. And I'm okay with that, because I always say what God has for you, can no one ever take that from you.
Yep.
It's already written, it's there. And if it's for you, it's for you. So, but when you throw the cream on the cake, it's extra. You're getting extra points. So that's when bigger blessings come your way because you're doing great things, not for you. So you're not selfish. You're thinking about other people and how to help others. And God sees that and has blessed you at a young age because He knows your heart. And that's amazing.
Yeah.
It,
100%.
it is.
God, God's been good to me. That's for sure. And I think God definitely rewards hard work, and when you help others, things just seem to come your way.
Right. It's I live in Boston. I live in Boston, Massachusetts, and I don't know. I don't know. You're from Cali, right? You're from that side. You're from California.
I'm actually from Pennsylvania. I just
Oh,
moved
you're
out
from Philly.
here.
Oh, you're from
Yeah,
Philly. Okay. Oh, Philly.
that's
Okay.
right.
So you know
So yeah,
right.
I'm originally from Pennsylvania. Moved out here to Cali like 3 years ago. Yeah,
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so you from the east side. You from our side.
that's
And you
right.
went to the west side. Okay, it's all good. You know, I see a lot of homelessness everywhere. You
uh,
know, and like when I was growing up, I never really seen the homelessness hit the peak that is hit today all over. I've been to California. Listen, it looks like a whole new city, right? Same thing
yeah,
out here. Same thing out here in Boston. And sometimes, I say to myself, what can I do to help these people? But I'm only one guy, and I can't do much. But I try to do what I can, you know.
mhm.
So what I'm saying is, if other people step up like you and I and put in this more work, like you say, go deeper into helping people, then I think we can make a difference.
Yeah, 100%.
You
You
know,
know what? The only people that actually make a difference in the world are the people that decide to.
right?
That's really like the determining factor. If somebody thinks that they're never going to be able to make a difference in the world, then they're right. But if somebody says I'm going to make a difference in the world and they take the actions in order to do so, then they're also right. They'll make a difference in the world. So it's all about perspective for sure. And I think that just to touch on this homeless topic a little bit,
Okay,
I have a very controversial opinion on the homeless and how we can handle that basically. So I don't think many people like look at this perspective. I don't see anybody really like talking this way about it, but really like homeless people are created. There's people that you know allow that to happen.
right.
So specifically, like around my place, like I got this really nice view, but you come down to the bottom floor, dude. There's homeless people everywhere. Like the sidewalks are filled up with tents and stuff. I'm like, what is
Yes,
going
that's
on?
what I'm saying. That's in
It
Cali.
wasn't like that.
It's a
It
whole
wasn't
different
like that
world.
when I came out here.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
when I moved out here, it wasn't like that, and
right.
it's crazy. So I've heard that there's been a bunch of places put out here in San Diego where they're just feeding them every night, right? Like they don't have to do anything. So now homeless people are attracted to that, of course. And they're like, oh, well, we can just camp out here and do
Get
nothing
food.
and get fed every night. This is what's up, right? And that honestly that creates more homelessness. What would
Right.
happen if we stopped doing that? If we stopped just giving them free stuff all the time, what would happen? They'd have to produce something. They'd
Yes.
have to go out and work, right?
Yeah. Right.
They'd have to contribute to society, and therefore they would make money, and then they would eat, right?
Right. Hmm.
And that would honestly solve the homeless problem if we stopped just letting them be freeloaders.
Right.
Regardless of if they have a house or not.
Right.
They're still on the freaking sidewalk out there, having like a free place to live essentially.
Right.
And if you just raise their necessity level a bit, said, hey, go do something like
Right.
go flip water bottles, buy some water bottles from the store and like
Yeah.
buy them for $1, sell them for two. Right.
Right. Yeah. No, and I've seen people do it here. I've
Yeah.
seen some homeless people buy bottles, and they're selling them for two. They got their hustle on.
Uh-huh.
And I respect that. You know, but what I look at is that right now everything's so high, everything's so difficult. Rent's high, gas high, everything is high, right?
Mhm.
And because I spoke to some of these homeless people, because this is what I do as a show, and a lot of them are homeless because for a lot of reasons. Some, like, I met this guy. He was a doctor. He was homeless because he lost his wife, lost the house. He didn't know how to control it. He started drinking, and from drinking he went to smoking, and from smoking he went to the hard stuff. Now he's out
Mhm.
here. on the streets, bumming the guy that was a doctor.
Yep.
So not everyone that's homeless is an addict. You know,
Mhm.
we some of them are sick individuals that can't go out there and work because they don't know the difference between black and white or red and
Mhm.
blue. But I get what you're saying. If we
Yeah.
can take some of this stuff out for those that can work, because what I have seen, Dylan, here in my city, they getting younger and younger. you
Mhm.
know, and they're homeless, but they're into the drug use, and it's sad because I never seen
Mhm.
it to this capacity where there's so many, and they were located in one section of the city. Now they spread it through the city and the suburbs, like
Mhm.
they everywhere. So it's a big problem, and
Yeah.
it's getting out of hand, and
Yeah,
I,
no
I
doubt.
I just
So
really don't. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so really, like, basically, it'll definitely take some doing to solve this for
Right.
sure. It's easier said than done, but the way you get more production, the way you get more people helping people is by rewarding production, right? So
Mhm.
for the people that are out there working, for the people that are producing, people that are uh actually doing something to help others and contributing to society, those people need to be rewarded more. And people that are, non-producers, people that don't do anything to help anyone else, those people, like, are penalized. That's like universal law. And when people try to intervene and do something that opposes that, what happens when you reward non-production or not working? You'll get more not working and non-production. As where you reward production, you reward people that are working, that are producing something of value, you're going to get more of that. So that's basically what's, at least I see what's happening out here in San Diego, where these people are being rewarded for not doing anything, for you know being
Right.
non-producers essentially. So if we could get people on the same page and know that universal law of production should be rewarded and non-production should be penalized, then um, I think that would really do some damage in terms of getting more people to wake up and produce something, because producers get rewarded. Now, what I've seen is that, like, with the way that things are set up right now, at least here in California, if you're like a super super mega producer, like, you help tons of people, you make tons and tons and tons of money, then obviously you're going to be rewarded. But just having systems set up and in place that reward, like, no production or no work, ultimately just creates more of that as well. So
Right.
I think that's a pretty controversial point of view, but I think it's very true.
Right. Right. Okay. So let me ask you this. You,
Sure.
you can give me your opinion. Can or you don't have to. But
Okay.
what what's your opinion on the $3 billion we sent to the Ukraine? Okay. And before you even answer that, I'm about helping everyone. I don't care because
Uh-huh.
everyone's human. I don't mind us helping them because they need help. But
Yeah.
I said, okay, this is what I said. I said, I think it was a whole lot of money we sent there for people that don't even uh, uh, connect with us or do anything for us,
Mhm.
right? But we sent all this money over there to help them. Now, if we could have took half of that money, half of that money, and put into our cities to help the homeless, they could have made some type of difference. They could have helped millions of people, with half of that money building buildings to help uh, these people find them homes, and then say, and then put a program and say, okay, we got this building for you guys, but you're gonna have to do something for the city. You're gonna have to get a, help out. You're gonna have to keep the job by cleaning the building, doing landscaping. You get a wage and you get to live in this facility as long as you obey these rules. you be able to live here. You're not just gonna live here. We're gonna feed you for free. You're gonna have to, like you said, they're gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? What's your take on that?
Yeah, so my take on that is I actually didn't know that before you told me, but I guess now I do, right? So I
You're too
so
busy, man. You're too busy.
so the way that I make investments and how anybody should invest their money, whether you're a business, you're like a nonprofit, you're a government, whatever the case may be,
Mhm.
what you put your money into should like make you or produce something that's worth at least 10 times whatever you put into it,
Right.
right? So let's say we're going to spend $3 billion on something. Whatever we're spending that $3 billion on should produce for us something worth $30 billion.
Exactly.
So let's say there's some kind of program that were to help the homeless, like, get jobs, start working, be productive, this sort of thing, start contributing to society, and making their own ends meet. There was some kind of program laid out how it was going to do that and produce, something worth over $30 billion for the country. I'd say, like, absolutely. Or let's say even with Ukraine, let's say we worked out some kind of deal with them where it's like, okay, you need $3 billion. I'd love to give you $3 billion. Now, what are you going to produce for us that's worth 10 times that?
Right.
What are you going to produce so that we can actually give you this money here, right?
Right.
So it basically, I mean, the way that money should be allocated is in a way that it's actually going to like expand something. Like I definitely don't believe in handouts. I don't believe in like criminal exchange where somebody's getting something for nothing.
Right.
um, Whenever you're exchanging money, if you're making a personal investment, it's a little bit different. You should expect at least like a 5x return.
Right.
When you're making an investment as a business or an organization, due to like all the expenses that go along with it, you should be expecting a 10 times return, whether that's in money or support or goodwill or like a thriving country full of people, whatever the case may be.
Okay. Right. So tell me this: How do you choose? How do you choose your team?
Mhm. I choose my team based on like really common goals and purposes. So there's a lot of people out there that want to make more money or whatever, right?
We all do.
Usually, yeah, sure, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting money. Like you need money in order to do things and to
Yeah.
live, especially if you want to do really big things. It's probably going to take a lot of money in order to do that.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money. However, if that's a person's number one motivation, then that's usually not somebody that I'm going to be very interested in working with. I
Right.
want somebody that really wants to help people, that really wants to make a difference in this world, and really believes and is convicted about what I'm doing and the path that I'm on in order to do that. So that's what's most important to me, is really seeing that person has the common goals and purposes that I have, because that person's going to make it through like the the hard times, the times where there's not a ton of money going around. I know that person's not going to get like snatched up by a competitor, something like that, just because he offers him, a bigger salary.
Right.
I have very much confidence that all the people working in my company are so like common goal and purpose driven
Mm.
that competitors can come and try to like snatch them up, and they're not even going to think twice. They're going to say like, no, I'm with this company because
Loyalty.
yeah,
Loyalty.
yeah,
Loyalty is everything.
yeah. And it's built, and it's not just about loyalty for the sake of loyalty. It's
Right.
loyalty towards like common goals and purposes that you all
Right.
have together, right?
Mhm.
And no amount of money can buy that loyalty when you have like common goals and purposes that are way above
We're
the
above
money.
that.
Yeah.
Correct.
We all want to make a lot of money, that's for sure. But
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there needs to be things that are way more important than that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your team's just going to get bought out sooner or later if they're good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it 100%.
Yeah.
I'm amazed, with your story and the way you're thinking, because we think similar. and I know that you take care of your team, your group. You know, that's why they're with you. Good guy. Gotta stick with a good guy. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Gotta stick with the good guy. So
Yeah.
you know, uh, that's great, man. I'm really proud that you're making a difference, not just for you, but for your team, and you're trying to make a difference for other people because that's very important, man. At your age right now, I see kids your age that are multimillionaires, and they're really just blowing money in cars, women, jewelry, things that I don't that don't you don't really need. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's I mean, some invest in business, but they're more to themselves, more selfish. And
Yeah.
I'm just glad that you know, your thoughts and your plans are to help others, man. And you have no idea the blessing that God's about to bring to you by doing what you're doing and staying humble. Uh, you know, it's big doors about to open for you, man. With bigger companies. You keep pushing the way you're pushing and staying real to yourself, and to others. And man, God are gonna do things with you that you ain't even gonna be ready for. You're gonna be calling me like Victor. You don't set me up with God. I can't put up with all this stuff.
Whoa.
Easy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm 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 blown away. I want to thank you for coming on the show. You've been great. I gave Jared some other names for you um to go on some other shows. A great, amazing Mike Wagner is an amazing. You're gonna love Mike Wagner. Rebecca Mahan, she's an amazing woman as well. Great podcast shows too, and and I'm here if you ever need me for anything. You want to promote anything, and you want to promote it. You always welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. Because this ain't my show. This is your show. Yes, this is your show. This is your time and shine, baby.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes. So, is there anything else that you want to tell the world, the viewers, and then you can shout out whoever you want to shout out or thank whoever you want to thank. That'd be good.
Yeah, definitely. I wanna leave it off with one more thing. I think that like the lack of education is the biggest reason why people commit crimes or become homeless or just live like a bad life. It's really a lack of education. And to be quite honest, that's done on purpose by people that you know don't have good intentions, but are
Yes.
very powerful. That's put
Yes.
in place on purpose to keep people down. There's some people in the world that are so insane they think somebody else getting better means that they're gonna go broke or be they're gonna die somehow. When in fact it's quite the opposite. The more people around you do better, the better you are able to do.
Right.
Okay, and that's something that I hold very true. So, anyways, here's the right way to get educated. There's a lot of education systems out there where, if you're in the United States, like I'm sure most of the viewers are, uh, the U.S. education system is definitely failed me, and I think it's failed like 99% of people out there, right?
It failed me. I tell you, boy.
I, I think it's created a lot more criminals than people can possibly know. Um,
Yes. Well, they
and
got to they
so
got to keep crimes. They got to keep the crime going so they can keep the jails filled. You know how that is. You
they
know.
they think that's what they got to do. That's right.
Go ahead.
And so anyways, there's no shortage of insanity going on in this planet. So the real way to get educated, and education is very much so a very real form of therapy. Okay, you can heal yourself, you can make yourself have a better life by really getting educated. So I'd say step number one to really becoming educated is like knowing that you have to go somewhere, or knowing that you want to know something, having a desire to actually learn something, whether that's starting a business or you want to like, get super fit, or you want to like do anything, just having the desire to learn is step number one. Okay. And step number two is really finding the right person, the person that's actually got results in whatever you want to learn, and finding whatever books, whatever courses, whatever you can that's created by that person, and really just do whatever you can to learn from that person and apply what you learn, most importantly. And as you're studying, as you're learning, make sure you're looking at it at the viewpoint of how can I apply this material, rather than I'm just learning it, because it's interesting or because it's cool. You always want to have the viewpoint of how can I apply what I'm learning, and it's going to take you a lot farther. And you basically just keep doing that, and um, eventually you're going to get somewhere. So, I mean, that's how I learned. That's how I've become educated, is through really like just reading books, by taking courses, things of that nature, and really looking things at the viewpoint of how can I apply what I'm learning, rather than, just to pass time or because I find it interesting, something like
Right.
that. It's been very purposeful and to get a specific result. So I'd say, you know, everybody here, I'm sure, wants a better life. There's no limit to how good your life can get. So just define what that is, and learn from somebody that's done it before, really. And if you'd like to learn from me on how I've changed my life, on how I've built a career, built a business, etc., you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube, Dylan Caudullo, same way it's spelled on the video here. And I have several ways that you could potentially like either work with me or contact me with any questions that you have.
Oh, we're definitely working with Dylan, folks. I need everybody. Y'all want a job? Call Dylan.
That's right.
Okay.
If you go on my Instagram, there's a link in my bio. It's superstarsetters.com. I basically have a video that shows really in detail how I've achieved the success that I've had, and gives like specific tutorials and next steps on how to like actually get connections so you can start getting to work as well.
Okay, can you send me that link onto my messenger?
Yeah, Jared, could you send him that link?
Yeah, then I can
Jared, Jared's
send
got
it
it.
out. I can send. Oh, Jared, what's up, Jared? I can send it out on my page. So
Okay, awesome.
My friend Mark Lee's asking something we spoke about already. He said, Dylan, what is your specialty?
Yeah, my specialty is helping people achieve their goals mainly through learning like business and sales and communication skills.
There you go. He answered your question, Mark. Mark is awesome. Mark is a paranormal investigator. He's also an artist. Like he's a rocker.
There we go.
Yeah, he's a rocker. Great guy. He was just saying that because he's also a writer. We're shooting a movie, a paranormal movie. So he was just telling me that my scene with Sean is epic. They're trying to beat me up, Dylan. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to beat me up in the movie. But all these people here that you see on my screen are amazing people. Sabrina Oxford, she's a book writer. She's wrote plenty of books. And she's amazing. So I'm just amazed and grateful for the opportunity that God gave me to be able to do this and meet amazing people like yourself, and more to come. More and more to come, and I'm glad that I can give you guys this platform to be exposed and to talk about your businesses and your plans and your dreams and your goals. So before we leave, what are some of your hobbies?
Some of my hobbies.
Besides making money, what's your other hobbies?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty simple. I like to work out. I like to eat good. I'm definitely into like nutrition and that type of thing. Pretty boring stuff outside of work, honestly, but boring gets the job done. That's the truth. So
oh well, yeah.
sometimes you got to do a lot of boring stuff to achieve like really fun things. So, man, honestly, my hobbies, it's like working out, eating good. I learn a lot. I study. I take courses. I read books. And that's pretty much it. I'm just obsessed with improving myself and doing whatever I can to help others.
Right. That's amazing.
What it's
Mark
all
says,
about.
Mark says girls, 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 hobbies.
I've been down that road.
Yeah, we're not going that way, boy. That's like that's like reverse on your car. You know, you trying to move forward, you got to reverse on the drive side. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, um, any shout outs? Any shout outs? You want to shout out anyone? Anyone in
Any
particular?
shout outs? Hey man, shout out to you for having me on for sure.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Shout out to Jared over here for
What's
giving
up,
me
Jay?
as well. Mr. Jared over there.
Okay.
And really, honestly, big shout out to everybody that's believed in me, of course. I mean, the few people that believed in me as I was growing up, all the people that have like been in my company that have helped me and supported me, because by no means did I do this all by myself. Like
Right.
it's definitely been a group effort. I wouldn't have been able to achieve near what I have. I wouldn't have been able to achieve anything without anybody else.
Right.
So really, I want to be as selfless as possible. I know I come off as probably cocky and super confident, which I am.
That's
But
good. Hey,
at the end of
you
the
see
day,
me? You see me? Cocky as hell. I'm with you.
yeah. But at the end of the day, I know that I wouldn't be able to do really anything on my own, and
Right.
it's all about the group. It's a group effort, and I'd barely be able to achieve anything without my team. So huge shout out to my team, and really, um, a small shout out to all my haters out there, all the guys that thought that I wasn't gonna make it. They inspired me too. They helped me too. So shout out to
Yeah.
all the haters as well.
Oh, hey, listen. Without the haters, we don't get to our positions without the haters, because the haters are the motivators.
That's right.
I got this saying. It goes like this, Dylan. It says, "For those that hate me, I thank you greatly, because it's that hate that motivates me."
Hell yeah.
Okay, I knew you like that one. So again, Jared's gonna hook up with Mark. Mark also has a talk show. It's a paranormal investigating show, but any podcast is good as long as you're getting views and you're getting pushed out there like you want to be exposed. But I got Mike Wagner, which is a great guy, and Rebecca Mahan, Jimmy Starr, which is from California. I've never heard of Jimmy Starr with and Ron Russell. Great show. So Jerry got that information. Hopefully, so I know Mike said yes and Rebecca said yes. I'm waiting on Mike Starr, Jimmy Starr to thing. So you'll be on those shows as well. So I just want to wish you. Listen, you're a young guy. You got your whole future around you, and I wish you the best. And may God bless you and give you more blessings. Because you're a great guy and you're going to be doing great things, and I know you're going to make a change. So I appreciate
Right.
you. I appreciate you coming on the show. And again, you got my DM me, say, Vic, I want to come on the show. I got something I want to talk about. I got this new thing I came up with. I want the world to know, and we make it happen.
All right. I very much appreciate it, man.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.
All right, man. See you soon.
Peace. Yes, my people. That was Dylan Caudullo on the show. Great guy, entrepreneur, young guy doing his thing. Listen, guys, this is what it's all about. You know what I mean? Dreams come true. You just got to put your best foot forward and make it happen. You know what I mean? And try to give back to the community. You know, because the more things you do for the people, for your family, as long as you're giving back, God will bless you. You know what I'm saying? God will bless you for the great things that you'll be doing for others and for your team and for those that are helping you get to the next level. You treat them right, you do the right thing, and people will help you. Mark Lee is working on a script. Now, I don't know what Mark is working on, but he's definitely trying to get me beat up by Sean. So big shout out to the Wolf Pack and the Enlightened Souls Paranormal and all the paranormal teams around the world, especially Power Post Networks that tune in and watch the show. Big shout out to you guys and all my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube followers as well. So Mark, you can hit me up if you want. We can talk about the script. I would love to know more about it. Again, guys, tune in on Tuesday, 7 p.m. I have artist Adam Davis Rook on the show who will be talking about his new single that he just dropped on Tuesday. So make sure you guys tune in and share, because sharing is caring. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know the vibes. And hold on, real quick. I want to I want to let you guys go with my son's song, because I am promoting it. This is my son Stacks. I'll let y'all go after this.
Calling 10 times back to back, see if I'm home. I'm not the one. Cause I got 10 hoes I've been dissing for you. I'm calling all you want from a nigga. Only thing left for me to bleed. This is embarrassing at some point. You either love me or you leave. I'm at the end of the road. I'm at the end of the road. Put it in gold on the outside, but it ain't nothing but some mud on the inside. You think the club's being outside, flirting with niggas shaking ass like you inside. Trampoline park days, chilling like we did it. I can't go a day without the pressures of commitment. I told you I need some time to prove your loyalty and get it. And there you go, just proving why a nigga is a nigga. You think I'm wrong? You asking me twice what time I'm gonna come home. You think I'm done? Cause what you don't know is I already know. What you know you want, nigga. Only thing left for me to bleed. This is embarrassing at some point. You either love me or you leave. I'm at the end of the road. I'm at the end of the road. Hey. You must be drunk. Calling 10 times back to back, see if I'm home. I'm not the one. Cause I got 10 hoes I've been dissing for you. I'm calling up.
That's my son Stacks. He just released that song. We're working on the video. He got another song that he's working on, man. I just wanted to play that because that's what I do. I promote. That's my son, so I'm definitely going to promote my son's music. I hope you guys like that. And stay tuned for the video because it's coming soon. Also, tune in March 26th. I'll be in Vegas. And I will be going live on set with Nicole Vegas and Nicole Butler and Sean C. Phillips live out of Vegas. We'll be shooting on set. So stay tuned because there's going to be some amazing celebrities that are going to come out on this movie. And they might come out on my show while we there. I'm not telling you who they are. Just watch it and see who's going to be on the show. Okay? Big shout out to Maria Perenza as well from The View, the show The View. Nicole Butler is also from that show. And Ulu Gomez as well. She's out from Las Vegas. She also has a talk show. Carol the Goddess also has another talk show. So all these great people that live in Las Vegas. Hopefully, when I come out there, I get a chance to see them all. My good friend Catherine Colbert Pacino. Hopefully, she's out there when I come out there. Maybe we can go out and meet up. I will definitely love that. And Sabrina, big shout out to Sabrina. You already know what it is. Follow her on her page, Sabrina Oxford. She just finished a script. She was saying earlier, not sure what her script's all about, but I really want to know what the script's all about, what the movie's all about. Hi, what's up, baby? Lisa English, girl. Lisa, man, I don't know where you been, but you done broke my heart. You done my heart. Hey, what's up? What's up? I see you doing things, girl. Big shout out to my man Marcus. Marcus, great guy, R&B singer. Yes, the Magic Girl. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Working like when don't you work like you always working like crazy? Always working like crazy, non-stop. Oh, come on, girl. Who receives a gift which removes sadness from a person? Okay, okay. Well, I'm just excited to see Lisa. Lisa is very exclusive. She don't really be popping up nowhere, you know. But she got a great team. Big shout out to my man Brent Gaskin, actor all the way to North Carolina. Big shout out to him. Great guy. Um, Lisa and Brent work together. Yes, very so. And so anyway, guys, I want to thank everyone for logging in. I know it's late now. Hey, okay. You already know, Lisa. Okay, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I actually have my cool glasses on. You know what I'm saying? These are my reading glasses. These are the glasses. Whoa, whole new PIMP in the building. I'm only kidding. Oh, it's Sandra Smith. Big shout out to Sandra Smith, also director, actress. I know she's going out to an award out in Philadelphia soon. I believe it's in March, sometime this time, or in April. I'm not too sure, but definitely she's gonna be there. She will be getting an award. Like it? Okay, holla, holla, holla. I like messing with Lisa. I see Lisa blushing right here. Lisa, I got nothing but love for you, baby. Okay? I got nothing but. Hold on a second. I want to make sure she hear this. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Woo, Lisa in the building. Okay. Okay, all my queens are in the building. You know I'm the king. Ditto. I love that movie too. Okay, you ghosted me. You ghosted me, Lisa. You said ditto. She ghosted me right now. The movie Ghost. Is it Ghost? I forgot the name of the movie. I think it's Ghost. But yeah, guys. Um, Tune in and check out Lisa too. She got a lot of things going on. She got a lot of great artists coming on. She got uh, so many people on her label that listen can sing R&B singers, man. Columbus, Toy, and so many other um, amazing people that she have on her label. Never, never what. I lost what I was talking about. Never what, Lisa. Never what. So again, anyone that want pastry and you in the New York area, Bronx area, make sure you go to Sugar Shack Bronx Sweets in the Bronx. My girl Yvonne will take care of you. She does amazing cakes for any type of occasion, party, private events, anything that you may need. She has it in the Bronx, New York. Never ghost me. You better not ghost me, girl, because I'll be at your door, girl. I'll be at your door. You won't even recognize me then, boy, because I'll be, ooh, boy, I'll be red as hell. Okay? I'll be raising hell, boy. Talking about you ghosting me. You can't be ghosting me. You know what I'm saying? So, folks, I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you guys for supporting Dylan. I appreciate you guys. And tune in on Tuesday, again, this Tuesday, with Adam Rook. He is an artist all the way from California. And we'll be talking about his new single. And what else he's got going on with music. Okay. And other than that, stay tuned for other guests that are coming to the show. I got a few more guests. I just got to wait for them to confirm. And then I'll post up the flyers. But definitely, people, thank you so much. Big shout out to Celebrity Boxing. Damian Feldman, his son, his daughter. My brother Hazel Roche. Big shout out to Macho Camacho Jr. Also, great fighter, boxer. Brian DeRose. What is it? Brian. I forgot Brian's last name. But Brian is also a two-time champion. Brian Barboza. You guys can look him up. Great boxer. Fought with so many legends in the bass, and he is a two-time champion too. Big shout out to him. Ryan Delton, also celebrity boxers. Young CEO Mike Mazza. Everyone. Franklin Picard. Big shout out to him as well. Also wrestler. Big shout out to everybody, man. Too many people for me to mention, but big shout out to you guys. Lisa, I love you. You already know what it is. You know the vibes. Tell Marcus I said what's up. Brant, what's up? That whole team, what's up? And I'll definitely see you guys on Tuesday. Please tune in and show the love. You already know what it is. And share, because sharing is caring. And I'll see you guys on the next show. All right? So I'm going to leave y'all with peace, love, and mad respect. And y'all already know I'm out of here.